Hello guys, a quick one here. Um, so we're going to run down on the market update. We're going to have a rundown. Very quick because it's super late in the night and I want to try to get some rest. For the XY, we are still within this range here. So I mean, I consider all of this consolidation. However, right, we've broken above we've broken above and closed above this um, daily fair value gap, right? But we're still within this range. So this daily range, this high and this low. So all this is considered internal, right? My bias only changes to bullish once price, breaks above this, you know, c- comes back down to give me some sort of a pullback or a retracement and then continue. But looking at the fact that we have CPI today, there are two possible scenarios that might happen, right? So that price just shoots up, gives up a bit of relief and then continue, or price goes down to give us a deeper retracement, right? And then once price gets to this point, then we look for, you know, the lower time frame confirmation and then enter to take price to the top. So whilst dollar will be selling, obviously, Euro USD or the foreign currencies will be buying, right? But I'm not trying to pick a position now at the moment because we have CPI coming today. So we would have to wait to see the direction the market chooses and then we have to adapt to it. Okay. That's my plan for the XY. So I just have to sit on my hands for now to see what CPI does. And when we get the reaction from CPI, that would, you know, give me a clearer picture of what the market is about to do. All right. So let's go to gold. Gold has been selling, right? Gold has been selling. And I got this wrong. I got this wrong here. I was anticipating price to give us maybe a deeper pullback, of some sort. But immediately the week opened, price opened with a gap, because of the war or the breakdown of negotiation between US and Iran and all that. So that's one of the key reasons why I said I don't like holding my trades or entering new trades and holding them on Friday. Entering new trades on maybe towards the weekend, like Thursday, Friday, and then holding them to um, the next week because all these things might happen. So let's go through this. Just imagine you enter the uh, here, right? So just imagine, yes, you followed structure, right? You entered, once you got this break here, you entered here, right? And this high was your target. Let's say you entered off of this, right? Place your stop loss here, right? When market closed, market was here. You were on your way to hit your target, right? But because of what happened, because of the geopolitics, because of the fundamentals, because of um the war, right? Price reacted in some way you didn't expect. Because I mean, We were expecting price. I was expecting price to maybe continue up and then take out this high before we get some form of selling or sorts. Yeah, but that's not what happened. Price just began selling. Price just began selling. In fact, it opened with a very big gap, and at some point, this gap will be filled. Though, yes. So we'll be looking for that. That's it's provided an opportunity, but right now gold is selling. In fact, if you look at um, silver and copper, right? Copper is actually very strong at the moment. If you compare the three pairs, copper is really strong. So it was one of the reasons why I was, you know, looking at the bullish scenario because I mean we've had a very big break and price has to do some sort of retracement at some point, before the selling pressure continues, right? So that was my reasoning behind the whole setup I was looking for yesterday, last week. And that was why it's always important to, wait for confirmation before you enter a trade because it just don't enter blindly, you know, because, I was anticipating, buying here. So what I said was we need to wait for a pullback, right? Wait for a pullback here and then go to the lower time frame and then wait for uh what's it called, the confirmation, right? Yes. So I think, okay, I think I deleted that shit. All right. So yes, so that's why it's important to wait for confirmations before you take your trades, right? You don't just jump in because you've seen the high and low form. I don't know. You also have to wait for confirmation to, especially when you're trading in the opposite direction of the market, when you're counter trading, right? Especially, you need to wait for a confirmation, some form of confirmation. So when you're planning your, when you're drawing out your trading plan, you need to have rules, right? Set down so that it helps you with confirmation. Like you get the context of the market, right? You get the bias, and then the last thing will be your confirmation before you enter the trade. If you're not getting your confirmation, you're not entering, right? Yes. So that's basically it. So even if I wanted to enter this trade, I wouldn't have gotten in because I didn't get any confirmation that price was going to continue going up, right? So I wouldn't have gotten in. And I just didn't even look at this trade again. But looking at the 4 hour, you know, from our previous weekly outlook, we're also looking at this spot as a place for buys, right? And I mean, it's still valid for now, right? It's still valid for now, but I would want to see what um I would want to see what CPI does, right? I want to see what CPI does tomorrow or later today, right? And move on from there. Cause I mean, okay, yeah, I would like to see what CPI does. So we either get a pullback and then we either get a pullback here and then sell off, or we explode higher from this order block, right? And then once we get this and we sweep above, we look for a confirmation here, right? You don't just go and look for confirmation and then you trade higher, right? So that's basically it. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Still ties in with me saying July will be a consolidation month, because if we're forming a fair value gap here, at some point we would have to come and fill it, you know, and then maybe continue lower. But this is a very bad, no, not bad sign, but a sign that, I mean, we could, continue bearish for some time. But once we tag here, right, maybe let's leave the monthly for now. We're within the week. So, I mean, yes. So tomorrow would actually determine tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, it's already tomorrow. It's today would actually determine my bias on gold, right? Today would actually determine my bias on gold. We could be aiming for this low here. So let's see. I didn't really take any trades today because I mean I was still trying to get the read for AU. Yes. So this was another failed attempt at, yes. So right now we have this, okay. And like I said last week or in our previous video, you know, this is still bullish until we break below this, right? It's still bullish until we break below this. Once we break below this, then I'm looking for lower prices, right? But as long as we're still within this range, this low and this high, um, I'm indecisive, right? For now, I'm indecisive, right? For now, I'm indecisive. I'm indecisive for now when it comes to the foreign pairs, right? It still goes back to what DXY is doing, right? DXY is not giving us a clear direction at the moment. However, we've broken above this fair value gap here, which is also a sign that price might be ready to, continue up. So I'm also looking at that. I need CPI to confirm this for me. So if we get another candle and then it closes above this candle's high, right? Let's say we get another close above this, then I'll be looking for a pullback to then continue higher, right? So if you look at the EU, it's basically the same thing, right? Basically the same thing. So we have all of this. We have this gap here as well, right? We have this gap here. We have this gap here, you know. Okay, and we have this sort of. So if we get a close like this, if we get a close below here, right? We get a close below here, need to see like a pullback into this zone and then continue lower. Let's go to the XY now. GBPUSD, sorry. So with GBPUSD, it's still bullish as well for me until we break below this, right? So for now, I'm just on the sidelines. I'm not trying to counter trade this into the news. No, I'm going to wait for the news, right? So whatever the news does, then I'll just adapt, right? Whatever formation we get during the news, that would be um, what will guide me, right, for the rest of the week. So imagine we have uh, news comes out and then we switch and break above this high. That's just a signal that no, price is not yet ready to go back down. And I think for this week, the euro has been stronger than the pound. Yes. Yes. So the start of this week, we've had Sunday, Monday, right? So we might be having a bit of pullback here. That means if we're going to buy, it might interest you to look at EU, to buy the EU, right? So I still need confirmation on this, right? I still need confirmation on this. But if the relief or the retracements are started on, okay, we've not yet. Okay, so let's see, right? If the retracement has started on this pair, we didn't take this one. So if the retracement has started on this pair, that means the euro will go up, right? I mean, what this means, if the price is going up, it means the euro will be stronger, right? And then, sorry, the XY pound, sorry, the pound will be, weaker. So if that's the case, and then the dollar is selling, it will make sense to actually trade Euro USD because that is going to be the stronger pair between GU and EU, right? So I think I would have to go through. I don't know if you understand what I mean though, but if you need more information on this, you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I might treat it as a course, like just a mini course, right, on using currency strength analysis, right? Yes, I do that a lot. 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 Sometimes you use SMT to pick out the stronger pair, and then I trade the stronger pair or the weaker pair depending on the context, right? That's why I have gold, I have silver, I have copper, right? I have three pairs here because I use them for my correlation and all that. Okay, and you see I have NAS, S&P 500 and US 30, right? The same thing, SMT, correlation and all that. Yes. I think that's basically it for now. For for I think nobody has said anything about these other pairs though, so I'm not going to go through them. But for now, I'm on the sidelines. So Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning, I'll be, you know, doing another update. So I just wanted to update you guys on what the market is doing. So talk to you guys later. Bye.